Hello everyone, welcome to our explore of the top 12 capital cities you must visit in Europe for 2025. From the cobbled streets of history to the pulsating heart of modern nightlife, these cities have it all. So grab your passport, pack your sense of adventure, and get ready to be swept away by the magic of Europe. Now, let's be honest, would any travel list be complete without a cheeky trip to Paris? Did you know that Paris has more bookshops than any other city in the world? Over 350, darling. Speaking of beauty, the Eiffel Tower. Need I say more? It's iconic, it's romantic, and it's just begging for a selfie. But Paris is more than just landmarks. It's about strolling along the Seine, baguette in hand, pretending you're in a French film, and the food. From delicate pastries to hearty stews, Parisian cuisine is a symphony of flavors. So, pack your beret, brush up on your French, and get ready to fall head over heels for the City of Lights. Ciao Bella, we're off to Rome, the Eternal City. Now, where else can you wander through ancient ruins, toss a coin in the Trevi fountain, and indulge in the world's best pasta all in one day? And speaking of gladiators, a visit to the Colosseum is an absolute must. Just imagine the crowds, the roar of the lions. It's enough to give you goosebumps. Whether you're sipping espresso in a bustling piazza or enjoying a leisurely gelato, time seems to slow down in Rome. So, grab your sandals, perfect your ciao bella, and get ready for la dolce vita. Right, let's hop across the channel to dear old London. Now, I know what you're thinking, rain, tea, and the Queen. For starters, it's home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks. Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Parliament, the London Eye, the list goes on. And speaking of the London Eye, the view from the top is absolutely gobsmacking. So grab your brolly, perfect your queuing etiquette, and get ready for a right royal knees up in London town. Next stop, Berlin. Now, Berlin is a city that's seen it all, darling. From its tumultuous past to its vibrant present, this city is a fascinating tapestry of history and culture. And speaking of history, a visit to the Brandenburg Gate or the East Side Gallery is an absolute must. These iconic landmarks serve as powerful reminders of Berlin's divided past and its journey towards reunification. But Berlin isn't all serious history lessons, darling. It's also a city with a wicked sense of humor, a thriving arts scene, and a nightlife that's legendary. Oh, and don't forget to try the currywurst. It's a Berlin institution, darling, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. So, pack your sense of adventure, brush up on your history, and get ready to be surprised by Berlin. Hola from Madrid, the city that truly comes alive after dark. Now, when I say after dark, I mean really after dark. The Spaniards, they like to party, and they don't believe in an early night. The Prado Museum is an art lover's paradise, home to masterpieces by Goya, Velázquez, and El Greco. And speaking of masterpieces, the Royal Palace of Madrid is another sight to behold. It's the largest functioning royal palace in Europe, darling, and it's absolutely dripping in gold. Just be sure to pace yourself, darling. Those late nights can be a killer. Now, for a touch of elegance and grandeur, we're off to Vienna, the city of music. Did you know that Vienna has the highest number of pianos per capita in the world? It's true, and speaking of musical talent, Vienna is synonymous with Mozart, Beethoven, and Strauss. A visit to the Vienna State Opera or a concert in one of its many grand concert halls is an absolute must for any music lover. But Vienna isn't all waltzes and operas, darling. It also has a playful side, with its charming coffeehouses, its beautiful gardens, and its delicious pastries. So, pack your finest attire, brush up on your waltzing, and get ready to be enchanted by the magic of Vienna. Hold on to your hats, loves. We're off to Amsterdam. Now, Amsterdam is a city that marches to the beat of its own drum. It's liberal, it's laid back, and it's a whole lot of fun. Of course, no trip to Amsterdam would be complete without a visit to its famous canals. A canal cruise is a must, darling, and be sure to keep an eye out for the houseboats. Some of them are absolutely palatial. It's also home to world-class museums like the Rijksmuseum and the Van Gogh Museum. And speaking of Van Gogh, his sunflowers will absolutely blow you away. Just remember, what happens in Amsterdam stays in Amsterdam. Next up, we're off to Prague, the city of 100 spires. Prague is like something out of a fairy tale. With stunning architecture, cobblestone streets, and a magical atmosphere, it's a must-visit. A walk across the Charles Bridge at sunset is an absolute must. The views are breathtaking, and don't miss the astronomical clock. Prague also boasts a vibrant art scene and delicious beer culture. Don't leave without trying a traditional Czech Pilsner. Pack your walking shoes and get ready to fall in love with Prague. Hola from Lisbon, the city of 7 hills. Now, Lisbon is a city that has it all, darling. Sunshine, beaches, history, culture, and food. Glorious food. Speaking of food, you can't leave Lisbon without trying their famous pastel de nata. These little custard tarts are absolutely divine, and they're best enjoyed with a strong coffee while watching the world go by. But Lisbon isn't just about food. It's also a city with a rich history, evident in its ancient castle, its charming neighborhoods, and its melancholic fado music. So, pack your swimsuit, your walking shoes, and your appetite, and get ready to be charmed by the sun-drenched streets of Lisbon. Next, we're off to Athens, the cradle of Western civilization. Now, Athens is a city that needs no introduction. It's home to some of the most iconic landmarks in the world: the Acropolis, the Parthenon, the Temple of Zeus. The list goes on and on. And speaking of history, a visit to the Acropolis Museum is an absolute must. It's home to an incredible collection of artifacts from ancient Greece, and it offers stunning views of the Acropolis itself. But Athens isn't just about ancient history, it's also a vibrant modern city with a buzzing nightlife, delicious food, and friendly locals. And speaking of food, you can't leave Athens without trying a traditional Greek salad. It's simple, it's fresh, and it's absolutely delicious. So, pack your walking shoes, your history books, and your appetite, and get ready to be amazed by the ancient wonders of Athens. Next, we're off to Dublin, the city where the Craic is mighty. Dublin knows how to have a good time. It's friendly, fun-loving, and full of surprises. No trip is complete without visiting the Guinness storehouse. Learn everything about the black stuff and enjoy a pint. But Dublin isn't just about Guinness. It's home to Trinity College and the Book of Kells. A stroll through St. Stephen's Green is a must. Pack your dancing shoes and get ready for the Craic in Dublin. And last but not least, we're off to Copenhagen, the coolest city in Scandinavia. Copenhagen is effortlessly stylish with its minimalist design, trendy cafes, and happy inhabitants. They call it hygge, embracing simple pleasures. A stroll along Nyhavn's picturesque harbor is a must. The colorful houses, bobbing boats, and fresh sea air are enchanting. Copenhagen isn't just about pretty harbors and hygge. It's also home to Tivoli Gardens, one of the oldest amusement parks, and the Little Mermaid statue. a tribute to Hans Christian Andersen. Pack your coolest clothes and happiest smile, and get ready to experience the magic of Copenhagen. And there you have it, my darlings, 12 incredible cities, each with its own unique charm and personality. Which one will steal your heart? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. Until next time, happy travels.